Hello amazing knitters and crocheters, welcome back to this amazing craft community. Today we are going to learn how to make this beautiful and simple tie as Father's Day is approaching. This is really easy to construct. The concept is very simple, so even beginners will be able to do it without any problem. So just listen to what I am explaining here, and also I will link in the description box below for the full pattern so you can access it for free. And so yeah, let's go ahead with this pattern. So these are the supplies that you'll be needing: a yarn of your choice, a 3mm crochet hook. You will definitely need a row counter because we're gonna count a lot of rows. Then you also need a measuring tape and also a thread cutter. And let's begin. We will begin by making a magic ring, and you can make in whichever way that you want. I like to make it like this. Just wrap it around your index finger, bring the yarn below, then pull this up, and do not pull all the way through. Just hold the ring like that and chain one just to secure the ring. And now we're going to put 3 half double crochet into this magic ring. Okay, so for a half double crochet, we yarn over, go into the ring, grab this yarn, and now we have 3 loops on the hook. So we yarn over, pull through all 3, and that is a half double crochet. We're gonna put 2 more. So yarn over, go into the loop, into the magic ring, grab this yarn and pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. 1 more, and now we have 3 half double crochet into the magic ring, and we will close it up just by pulling this tail. Okay, you pull like this and it will close up beautifully. This is row 1. Now for row 2, chain up 2 and turn your work. And we are going to put an increase into the first stitch. So yarn over, go into the first stitch. I hope you can see, right? Now grab this yarn and pull through, and you put 1 half double crochet. We are going to put 1 more half double crochet into the same stitch, and that is an increase. So we made an increase. Then we're going to put 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, then we're going to make an increase into the third stitch again. So one and 2. Now before we have 3 stitches, now we have 5 stitches. 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, row 3, chain up 2, turn your work, and now we are going to increase in the first stitch and the last stitch of every row. 2 half double crochet, then we're going to put 1, 2, 3. Then we are going to put 1 more half double crochet into the last stitch. So yarn over, and we're going to make an increase into the last stitch. So this is 1 and 2. you should be having something like this. Okay, now for the next row, you're gonna chain up 2. Like before, you're gonna turn your work, and you will increase in this first stitch and also increase in the last stitch. All right, so you are going to keep increasing in the first stitch and the last stitch, and in between you're just gonna put 1/2 double crochet. Continue this till row 7. Okay, and after row 7 I will meet you and show you how to go on with the next row. So pause the video, go ahead and make it to row 7, and I will meet you after that. This is my 7th row. In this row you should have put 1 and 2 increase, then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11 half double crochet. Then you would put an increase into the last stitch. So this completes row 7. From row 8 to 18 you are going to need a row counter, because we are just going to work the same number of stitches without increase or decrease, and it could get very confusing if you do not have a row counter. So we are just going to chain up 2 for the start of every row, and this chain 2 doesn't count as any stitch. Okay, so we chain up 2 and we are just going to put 15 half double crochet into all the stitches. So I just completed row 8, 15 half double crochet straight, and after every row you will turn 1. Okay, so you know which row number you have completed, and for the next row you do the same and continue from row 8 to row 18. Put 15 half double crochet straight, and I will meet you after row 18. I've just completed row 18. As you can see, this is my completed row. Now earlier when we were working up here, we increased on the sides, right? Now we are going to decrease a little bit, and we are going to decrease in the middle. So row 19 would be chain 2 to begin the new row, and divide 15 into half. Okay, and take either 6 or 7 stitch and then decrease here, then work the rest of the stitch. So I'm going to take 1, 6 stitch. Yeah, I'm going to make an invisible decrease on these 2 stitches. So what I'm gonna do is yarn over and go through the front loop of this stitch, and again pick up only the front loop and pull the yarn through these 2 loops. Okay, the loops that we just picked up, and now you have 3 loops on the hook. Now that is an invisible decrease in half double crochet, and I will just complete my half double crochet all across. 1, 7. Now I've completed this row 19, and I will just turn my row counter. So row 19 is the decrease row, and after the decrease row we are going to put 10 rows of just half double crochet back and forth. You do 10 rows of simple half double crochet, no decrease, no increase, and then I will meet you back when you are done with your 10 rows. That means I will meet you in row 30 after you have completed row 29. So I've just completed row 29. So I did 10 rows of putting 14 half double crochets. Then now for row 30 we are going to do the same. Chain up 2, turn our work. Divide the 14 stitches into half, so I can put 6 half double crochet, then decrease, and 6 half double crochet, right? And 6 half double crochet, then I'm going to decrease in the middle. So yarn over, pick up one loop from this stitch, another loop from this stitch, yarn over, pull through both the loop, and that's a decrease. Now I have 1. Now I have a total of 13 half double crochet. We are decreasing this gradually, right? So the pattern repeat is the same. I just completed row 30. So yeah, I marked that. And from row 31 to row 40, you are going to put another 10 rows of 13 half double crochet all the way. Then in row 41, you are going to make a decrease again. Then row 42 to 51, it will be 12 half double crochet for 10 rows. Then row 52 will be a decrease row. Row 53 to 62 will be 11 half double crochet for 10 rows. Then row 63, you are going to make a decrease again. Then row 64 to 73, you are going to put 10 half double crochet for 10 rows. So continue this pattern. You put one row of decrease, then for the next 10 rows you are just going to half double crochet back and forth, then one row of decrease and another 10 rows. So continue like that till row 73, and I will meet you after row 73. After completing our 73 row, our work should measure about 18 to 19 inches. So the first 18 to 19 inches is the ideal length of the necktie for the front portion, from the knot area to the navel area. Okay, let's just take a quick recap. That is, we made 7 rows of increase, then we took 10 rows of half double crochet without increase or decrease, then we have 1 row of decrease in the middle, then 10 rows of simple half double crochet, and we did that for 5 times, right? And now we are going to make the second half, or the next 18 to 19 inches. The next 18 to 19 inches will be used to wrap around the neck and make a knot. Okay, so for that we are going to decrease in a similar manner, but the decreasing will now you will have 1 row of decrease, then 15 rows of just half double crochet, then another decrease, then 15 rows of half double crochet. So this is row 73. So in row 74 we are going to make a decrease, and from row 75 to 89 we are going to have 15 rows of half double crochet just going on like that, and we will repeat that 4 times. Okay, 1 row of decrease, then 15 rows of half double crochet, then another row of decrease, 15 rows of half double crochet. So we will do that 4 times. So go ahead and make the decrease, and I will meet you back here in row number 153. And just a little tip, when you reach row number 99, we don't have more rows to extend, so I would make the 100th row into 00 again, then 101 I would count it as 1, like that, 2, 3, like that. So since your work would have grown, you would understand what it means, right? So that's just a small tip in case you are using a row counter like mine, which doesn't have 3 digits. So yeah, that's it. So go ahead and put on your decreases, and I will meet you back here after row number 153. This is what I have after my 153 rows. you would see how it has gradually decreased, and by the end of row 153 you should have 5 stitches. 1 2 3 4 and 5 stitches, right? Then in row number 154 we are gonna decrease one more, and yeah, okay, so 1 2, turn your work, and we are going to decrease one more time. So I'll put 1/2 double crochet, then I'm going to decrease the next 2 stitches. Okay, so yarn over, pick up the first loop, pick up the second loop, yarn over, pull through both the loops, then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Now we have 2 stitches that are left. We're just gonna work our 1/2 double crochet there, and our last 1/2 double crochet. Now that completes row number 154. Right, now we will not decrease this anymore, and for 50 rows we are just gonna put 4 1/2 double crochet into every stitch back and forth for 50 rows. Continue putting 4 1/2 double crochet all the way for 50 rows. That is till row number 204. So when you have reached row 204, you can just cut off the yarn and complete it. Now please don't feel overwhelmed because of the number of rows that you need to work on. It seems a lot, but because the width is really small, it's just 4 stitches in every row, so it will build up really quickly. You can find the full pattern on my website www.luzhandicrafts.com, and also I will link it in the description box below. It's a bit lengthy, so you might need to see the pattern for your reference, so I'll link it in the description box below. Do check it out. So this is what it looks like after I have completed my 204 rows. If we measure, this comes to an average of about 18 to 19 centimeter. You can see that it is in 3 parts. So this will be the front portion, then this is where we will tie and put it around our neck, and this is the back portion for adjustability. So that's there, and it's super simple and easy to make. So after our 204 row, you just chain up 1 to secure and just cut off the yarn, and we will hide this later on and pull the yarn tight, and that's it. Okay, now you can choose any side to be the wrong side because they're both reversible, and let's say I pick this side, so I'm going to make a small stitch here. For that I made 11 chain. Just bring your tie, and the place where the side where you have decided it to be a wrong side, just place it down and see if your chain fits within this width. So okay, now it fits, and I'm just gonna make a small strip from this chain and then sew it here. So like before, just put 1/2 double crochet. I'm leaving this first stitch here and going into the second, and I'll just put 1/2 double crochet all the way back and forth. For the next row, just chain up 2 like we have been doing, and maybe put 2 or 3 rows. That should do it. Maybe we'll just put 1 more row. Okay, so chain 2 and put 1 more row double crochet, sorry, 1 more row of 1/2 double crochet all across. Now chain up 1 to secure and just trim off the yarn. So we will sew it here. just hide all the extra tails and we have our necktie all ready. It's as simple as that. You can also make this into stripes by using a different color combination. It would be really beautiful. And also, yeah, it's this very same pattern. I just added a traditional touch to it and it came out beautifully. And so this is what it looks like after I have completed, and you can see this side too. And assuming that this is the required length for the neck, if you need to make this longer, then just continue putting more number of rows for as long as you want, and so you can adjust that. And so yeah, that's it. And also use a better yarn that is even all throughout so that you do not get this chunky kind of effects here. And this is because the yarn has a small portion or a small length that has a that is more chunkier than the rest of the yarn. And so select a better yarn. And yeah, and so that is all for this pattern. I hope you have learned something from this video, and if you do, please don't forget to like it and also share it with your near and dear ones. And also consider subscribing to my channel if your interest resonates with what I do here. And wish you a very happy Father's Day in advance. And yeah, that's all for today. I will see you in another video. Take care and bye for now.